Good evening, I'm Christine Ryan.
And I'm Ayla Davidson.
And I'm still Christine Ryan, and welcome to the world premiere of Breaking News Flash Plus Weather. Woo!
That's my boob.
That's okay.
All right, here are a series of things that happened this week. Cincinnati-based Flamingo Air is offering 60-minute romantic flights for those looking to join the Mile High Club. The $425 package includes a private curtained cabin, champagne, chocolate, and a very discreet pilot. And here's a bonus. They're even offering complimentary pre-flight foreplay from the TSA agent of your choice.
Mitt Romney plans to release a series of brutal attack ads on competitor Rick Santorum that Romney aide claimed would previous attacks on Rick Santorum and Newt Gingrich look like mere love taps, marking a brutal use of what is known as politics as the Chris Brown strategy.
And after Adele's Grammy wins, the scientific community has been hard at work trying to figure out exactly what makes the singer's song so sad, and they think they've found the reason. Unfortunately, right before they were about to announce their findings, some asshole put on Someone Like You and the scientists began weeping uncontrollably. Meanwhile, the cure for the neurovirus remains unfound.
An Indiana woman came home to find someone had broken into her house, prepared dinner, cleaned the floors, and folded her laundry. We here at Breaking News are horrified by the prospect that this home invader might still be on the loose, and if it happens to be watching, we'd like to encourage him to stay especially far away from 20 Hancock Street, Apartment 1, Boston, Massachusetts, zip code 02114. Don't even think about using that spare key underneath the doorstep.
A North Carolina couple recently held their wedding ceremony in a local Walmart. I don't know what everyone's complaining about. This still beats the crap out of my Costco bar mitzvah. And now a breaking news exclusive report on the race to the White House. And we go to our own Harrison Richland, who has prepared an official statement announcing his bid for the presidency.
Hello there, Emerson College. I'm Harrison Richland, and I'm here with your political update. As most of you know, the current GOP race for a presidential nominee has had its ups and downs in the last couple of months. But no candidate has come out as a clear frontrunner that can go up against the current president, Barack Obama. That's why right here, right now, I'd like to announce my candidacy for President of the United States. And instead of spending millions of dollars on those mumbo-jumbo campaigns, I'm gonna simply go out into the streets and talk to the people. What do you look for in a presidential candidate?
I look for somebody who has experience.
Obviously, he needs to be really confident.
Honesty is always good if you can trust him, or if he seems trustworthy, I should say.
What if I lied to you about being honest?
Well, that would be very disappointing.
A chief.
A chief.
What kind, like Indian chief? What would you like to see fixed?
Definitely fix Wall Street.
Maybe we could put a nice upholstery in, or a nice, we can get a coffee mug that we can put right at the desk. It could say, Wall Street, doing better.
Okay.
What I've heard is that they built a base on Iraq, so they're going to be occupying Iraq for probably years to come.
If you were locked in a room with a terrorist, you as president and a terrorist, would you take one for the team and go down with the ship, blow them up?
Harrison Richland does not negotiate with terrorists. Well, it looks like it's the end of my campaign days, but I had a lot of fun, met some great Americans, and I don't know, I think there will be something for me in the future. But for now, back to you, Christine and Ela.
Thanks, Harrison. You know, I really do love a good sporting event, don't you, Christine?
I sure do, Ayla. And you know who else who likes sporting events? Fresh from his son's Little League game, here's Joey Borelli to catch us up on sports news. Joey!
Thank you, Christine. Now, the real story of this past week and a half has been basketball hero Jeremy Lin. Coming from nowhere, this kid has shown all the guts and received all the glory. However, this story has everyone asking themselves, if Jeremy Lin can do it, why can't my 8-year-old son Teddy do it? I mean, I coach a youth Catholic League basketball team, and you'd think it'd be hereditary, but apparently it isn't. Every single time I see Jeremy Lin take the court, I go, you know what's really Lin-sane? That I even allow my son to come home with me after his piss-poor excuse of a performance.
Joey, don't you think you're being a little harsh? I mean, he's only 8.
Yeah. You see, I would feel that way, Christine, if he was playing like an 8-year-old. Somehow he has found a new way to define what it means to suck.
All right, Joey, all we're saying is that maybe he's 8 years old and needs a little bit of practice.
No. I tried to get him to practice with his older brother Daniel, who I'm not going to say has won the race, but I mean, his is the only graduation I actually plan on attending. And all I heard was, but Dad, I have homework, and Dad, it's 3:30 in the morning. Well, I'll tell you what, son, you think Jeremy Lin's dad, said that his son could go to bed and do his homework? No, he worked him to the bone to distract from his deteriorating marriage. And look where he ended up, the Ivy Leagues. The only way he'll ever be able to relate to the word Ivy is that he is the most contagious form of poison I have ever seen on a basketball court. So if there's one last thing I can tell the viewers at home, it's to do your best to stop while you're ahead, because odds are your second child will be an absolute, utter disappointment turd of a son. Back to you, Ayla and Christine.
All right, thanks, Joey. Alabama has recently announced massive closures of state-run healthcare institutions. Here to comment is Dr. Abby Berkeley.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, thank you for being with us, Dr. Berkeley. Now, the state has reported that they will only retain mental health facilities for prisoners and geriatrics. What kind of implications will those have for those in need?
Ella, this just represents a movement towards more individualized care. A recent study conducted by the American Psychiatric Association reports that state-funded mental health facilities are highly ineffective.
I take it there's a more effective method.
Yes. Reports seem to indicate that this is a step in the right... I'm sorry. Can we get him out of here?
Who?
I have 5 minutes of outside time left. Get lost!
Dr. Berkeley, there's no one there.
What happened in the rec room was not my fault. You should have never given Brian back his Capri Sun privileges. I tried to put out the fire. But did you know what? That blaze was meant for you, Chicken Man. Direction. It's a stride in the right direction. And that will set a precedent for the national mental health care.
All right, how long have you been practicing, Dr. Berkeley?
Oh, I practice every day. I should be able to play Flight of the Bumblebee quite soon.
No, I meant as a medical practitioner.
Who told you that? Was it Slim Jim? Was it Sputnik? Larry? Pinky? Brain?
All right, well, that's all the time we have for you today. Thank you so much for your expertise, Dr. Berkeley. You can leave now.
Dr. Berkeley's not here right now. It's Ronaldo.
All right, coming up, we have an explanation of what the...
Beep!
An explanation of what the Greek debt
Beep!
What's happening? What the Greek debt crisis...
Beep!
Well, Christine.
Next up we have the debt crisis. It's really, really complicated. Here at Breaking News, we knew that we could bring an expert to give you a comprehensive hour-long presentation of the nonsense of today's economic climate. But we knew that we could also take 30 seconds and have Dan Hallebrick sing you a song about it. So take it away, Dan.
With the Greek economy, there's been a ton of big debate. Citizens in Athens now are shifting blame onto the state. The government has been into and freely spending all its cash. They governed up a massive like they would an ugly rash. Now they're up a creek and all the citizens are up in arms. Apparently Greece's government thought lying to them does no harm. Now the Grecian government has a massive debt they have to pay, so don't hide under the covers until your problems go away. Hopefully a big bailout helps the economy make a turnaround before they anger the Greek gods and everything gets burned to the ground. That's the Greek economy. I hope you all learned something new. Dan Halberg signing out. Christine and Ayla, back to you.
Tonight, Breaking News brings you an exclusive interview with one of the last members of the Axis of Evil, here to discuss what he snacks on when he's trolling the globe, Mohammed Ahmadinejad.
Mahmoud Ahmadinejad.
Great. Hello. Thank you for being here.
Christine, hello. Shake my hand. Pull my finger.
Oh.
Right there goes Cleveland.
Are you serious?
Pretend I'm kidding. Pretend I'm kidding.
Okay, well, welcome to the States. How are you liking things here, Mohammed?
Mahmoud. That's actually my stage name.
Sorry. Okay, well, what's your real name?
Larry Crown. Hanks and I exchanged some words.
Well, we'll stick to Mahmoud.
Mahmoud!
Okay, we heard that you recently claimed that there was no such thing as an Iranian homosexual. How did you come to this conclusion?
How else do you gather information? I took a survey, like the Family Feud.
And no men would own up to being a homosexual?
No, all one of the men surveyed were not gay. Scale the result by about 73 million and it speaks for itself.
Okay, I see why you have taken such a strong stance against gays.
What difference does it make? Gay marriage is not an issue in Iran. They just don't exist. I outlawed unicorn marriage last week, but you don't hear anyone complaining.
I mean, so exactly what are you promoting?
Well, I don't know if you've heard, but I've recently written a new popular uranium recipe.
I'm sorry, did you say Iranium or uranium?
Yes.
Look, I don't think that we should.
You're gonna want to start with some pasta shells, toss in a little tomato sauce, and 14 ounces of uranium, and a pinch of oregano. It really pulls the dish together. Anyway, I've got to get out of here. There's a Holocaust denial convention going on in Beacon Hill, and I've got to finish my pot roast.
With or without uranium?
Take a look out your window in about an hour, and you'll know for sure.
I'll do that, Mohammed Ahmadinejad.
Mahmoud Ahmadinejad.
All right, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, everybody. And here are some more of your top stories. This week, President Obama proposed a budget that would eliminate the nation's only program that regularly tests fruits and vegetables for bacteria. Because why test a food that no American eats?
And this past Tuesday, girlfriends all over the country were enraged by 1-800-Flowers failing to deliver several hundred boutiques. That company has yet to issue an apology. And now a moment of silence to commemorate the tragic loss of all those Valentine's Day missed sex.
Never mind, I'll find someone like you.
Holla!
Oh, well, that's literally everything that happened this week. Good thing the show's just about over.
Apologies to Stan, our weatherman, for that 5 seconds of silence. That was all we had time for in your segment.
Maybe next week, Dan. Until then, I'm Ayla Davidson.
And I'm still Christine Ryan. On behalf of everyone here on Breaking News, hail Satan.
Nope. Let's have a lovely evening.
And on behalf of everyone here at Breaking News, have a lovely evening.
Good night.